Hey everybody, Joe Zero here. Today we're working on the Gaslands UK Car of the Month March Challenge. The theme was My First Gaslands Racer. Take a toy car and make it for the wastelands. So, got this here Skull Shaker from the Tooned collection. Pretty far out. Got this weird looking driver in there, and he has a bobblehead feature, so when it rolls, his head moves from side to side like this. Okay. But this ought to be a good platform to build up some sort of toy car Gasland extremist. Let's see. If you look closer, there's little tabs that make the head go side to side. Okay. Probably not going to use that feature. I've got other ideas instead. Let's get to work. Alrighty then. Got the car all drilled apart. So we'll take a look at the components. You got the base. Okay. There's a little plastic engine section with the skull and some weird pipes. Giant crazy tires. There's the driver with his mechanism. Very interesting. Push you off to the side. And the body of the car. Small, stubby. Pretty straightforward, just a little old shrunk down bone shaker. So this will be fun. So the first order of business, I believe, on this one is to go ahead and address the wheels. Let's see what we can figure out for that. Engine off to the side. I've got these 3D printed wheels here with a very nice rugged off-road look, and they actually kind of match up in size. Tiny's in the front, and yeah, this is going to be good. All right, so here with the off-road package. Now we got the car all stripped down. Came out pretty good. A little bit of yellow junky, but I'm not worried about it at the moment. What I want to do is remove this roof line and just leave the windshield portion intact. Going to put an oversized driver in there and really bring home the tiny car feel to it. And after much work with my jewelry saw, mission accomplished. Pliers here and take off that little chunk. Yeah. All right, got a drop top. How about that? Wheels are all swapped out now. Got them stuck in there. It's not a roller. I just kind of glue it on place. Put the little front cap on with the exhaust. Test my fit. And everything seems to work fine as far as fitting. Not sure if I'm going to keep that part because, you know, just like a bone shaker now. So, make the necessary adjustments along the way. Gives me some space. Got these side pipes from a Fiat I destroyed for several different projects. I've gotten some mileage out of that thing. But that just seems to fit up in there like that is my guess. Which I kind of like the look of that. So, we'll do some modifications off screen and get right back with you. At this point, I decided to just go ahead and button the car together and paint it as one whole and figure out the driver along the way. Not sure why, but it really helped me to get the exhaust to fit in there. So, not sure if this is a good idea or bad or not, but just see how it works out. Initially, the plan was I was going to sculpt something, you know, kind of an Ed Roth type thing. But now that it's all buttoned up, that really makes it limited. So I had this orc body from an old 40K kit. And you know what? It fits in there just right. Beefy, kind of humanoid. Had to make some adjustments. Had an extra arm with a little pistol. I might use that, but this may just work out good. Because I got this Final Faction figure here from the Dollar Tree. We'll open that up and see what I'm thinking here. Follow the madness, right? Yes. Cheeky action figures with not much articulation, but it's held together by little Phillips head screws, which is a plus. Makes it easier to get his head out. So we're just going to unscrew this. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Not loose enough. Loosen this one. Doo-dee-dee-dee. There you go. Cool. And button him up for a future project. And I'm thinking this ought to go on there just to make it even a little more ridiculous. I was having to do some trimming on that neck. But be right back. And we're back. Drill the hole in the body. Drill the hole in the head. Use a little pin right there to secure the two so it doesn't just snap off for extra security. And that's what I think we're going to roll with. Very bizarre. Meanwhile, in the lab, my assistant Zelda here is in charge of the figure building. Kind of got the car under wraps. Get it, Zelda. Yeah. All right, you go finish that. Here's the car. Got that all tricked out. Got a little machine gun on the side. Crazy exhaust in the back. Pipes are all secured. Coming along nicely. Let's go, Zelda. Got everything all primed up and ready for some paint. Decided to go with red. Kind of like one of those kids' toys, the little tykes. You know, really push the cartoon feel of this thing. Just start working the red all over. Give it the old slabba-dabba. Slabba-dabba-doo. Get everything looking cool. Probably come back and do the skull different, but for right now, we're going to let that ride. Just slowly build up some texture. So while the car dries, time to work on the driver. Welcome to Figure Painting with Joe Zero. Over this black base, the first thing I'm going to do is use sort of a nice nutmeg brown. Just do all the skin tones and just push in where the flesh is going to be. This way, when it dries a little dark, and I'm going to go over it with a later successive skin tone. It's a lot easier to manipulate and get shadows and really good depth and definition using this technique, as opposed to just trying to slab flesh tone to begin with and then fighting with washes. So, follow me for more painting tips. Now I'm going to use this Army Painter Barbarian Flesh, which is a very nice rich peach color, very fleshy. And to start with the highlights and work my way down from the top of the head, the forehead, the places I want the most definition to pop, and drop, and pick it up, and try again. Clumsy, there you go. Pop the nose.
Right on the nose, yes.
Being careful not to try to overpaint. Just delicate, slow and steady wins here. Just squeaky, squeaky. Get the ears. Not pushing too much paint, kind of letting it, almost like a feathering. That way I get, the lower I go, the less paint I have. Kind of gives you a nice gradation. Just keep working it around here on this side, you know. Good coverage. Get that other ear so it pops. Cheek, kind of work my way in there. Very careful with the brush. All right. Right through the middle and get his lip. Start working on the other arm and you'll notice how just kind of dragging over the very tops of it. Not trying to scooch the whole thing. You can really see that muscle and definition sculpted in there start to take shape. So anyhow, after this, you'll build up another layer of a lighter paint. And after working it off to the side of the camera, because it's some really fitsy detail work, pretty much got all my base coats in there, some highlights. Really starting to pull it together. You got to finish that little side. Gave it some blue on the black to really push that plastic feel to it. A driver I can kind of take in and out. Still needs a few more details and his next highlight up. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with where this is headed. I think we'll move on to glamour shots, kids. And here you go. My first Gaslands Racer. Yeah, it's definitely different. Showed a coworker and he was like, that is truly horrific. So I think I succeeded. You'll notice he has Kundalini's hand. Yes. Almost looks like it's driven by the critical drinker. Go figure, I don't know. Anyhow, this was definitely fun and different. Had a good time doing it. Want to thank the guys over at Gaslands UK for throwing this challenge out. Always fun to do the car of the month. They have some pretty outrageous themes, and I'm afraid to see what happens next month. In the meantime, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care. Peace, love, and good happiness stuff. God bless.